learning about what is macroeconomics as a whole. Now, we're going to learn a little bit more about what's going on in the world of economics. So, we're going to learn about a couple different things. First off is choice and opportunity. So, when we talk about choice and opportunity, choice is the decision made between alternatives and alternative resources, right? And how we're limited in our choices. So, when we talk about that, we're trying to look at what sort of choices exist for us. We also have something called opportunity cost, and that's the value of the next best alternative when we make just choices. So when we make one choice, we're sacrificing another choice, right? Another alternative. We're trying to use that information and these ideas to help make the best possible decisions. It's also things like sunk costs that we're going to learn about, which is when you've already incurred costs associated with a decision or a plan or a move, whatever it may be, that can't be recovered, and thus that's going to influence your future economic decision. How much money did you already dump into plan A before you start thinking about doing plan B or plan C or plan D? Should you go with A or should you go with B? Who knows, right? We're also going to learn about advantages, right? So we have comparative advantage, where we're actually going to look at what that is and how we may be able to produce a good or service at a lower opportunity cost, right, than someone else. And we have the law of comparative advantage, which is when what entities gain from trade by specializing in production where they have a comparative advantage, leading to increased efficiency. So it means we're going to focus on what we're best at and what we're really, really good at, rather than focusing on something that we're not nearly as good at. We're going to compare absolute advantage and comparative advantage. So absolute advantage is the ability to produce more goods than someone else, and comparative advantage is when you can produce the same good at a lower opportunity cost. We're also going to look at divisional labor and how specializing people is going to help us from a business perspective, from an economic perspective. We're also going to talk about the 3 questions of economic systems, because we're going to learn about economic systems. So we need to ask ourselves, what do we produce? We're producing this product for. We're going to talk about how to produce that product and how we should go about it. And we're going to talk about for whom to produce that product for. So basically who our group is that we're trying to sell to. And some of those economic systems are capitalism, mixed economies, pure command systems, transitional economies, and all those things. Some of those may sound very familiar because we live in a capitalistic society in the United States. There are other sorts of societies and economic systems out there that we are going to talk about. That's all going to be within the chapter and these different resources that you can find in this module, module number 2. All right. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to meet with you and discuss with you any sort of specific questions you may have. All right, well then I will see you in the next module.